practitioner for many, many years, but I've been studying probably for the past 6 years with the shamans down in Peru, the Laika, or they call the light people. And they're the last of the Inca. And their medicine's very pure because when the conquistadors came to Peru, they escaped up to the high elevation. The conquistadors came in to get the gold, and the shamans left up the indigenous people knew gold was not any value. What the value was corn and water and things of the earth. So they took off to the high mountains. They're living at about 20,000 feet. So I go over there every summer. When I work with them and train with them, they come down and we work somewhere between maybe 16,000 feet to like 8,000 feet in the Sacred Valley. At any rate, so I'm going to talk about shamanism. And before I do that, though, I want you guys to experience with me opening up sacred space. Because anytime I work, anytime personally, or when I work with a client, or anytime in a group like this, and this is very traditional for the shamans to open up sacred space. And what we're going to do is we're going to call in the 4 directions. Okay, that ecosphere, we're going to start with the south, which is this way, right? Is that south? That's south, right? Okay. So we start with the south and we'll go all the way around, and I invite you to stand up with me and do that. And then when we come to the earth, to put your hand right on the floor where you are and use your intention and see your hand right on the earth. And we're going to call in all those 4 directions and the earth and the powers of the sky and our great creator, because anytime I work, I like to be in that sacred space. To the winds of the south, Sachimama, great serpent, we call on you, Mother. Be here, be in this medicine space, and keep us all protected, and wrap your coils of light around us, and help us shed all that doesn't serve us in one fall swoop as you shed your skin. And show us how to walk belly to belly with the Great Mother Earth, so we can walk in beauty and touch everyone in beauty. And we thank you for your presence here today, and we honor you. Ho! So shamanism, for those of you who don't know about shamanism, I call myself a shamanic practitioner. You won't hear usually shamans call themselves a shaman. I'm a shamanic practitioner. And the shaman's role, really, it's been around 30, 40, 50,000 years. So for me, that speaks volumes in itself, the medicine. I mean, it's been around that long. And way before we had hospitals and doctors, they were the midwives and they were the doctors. They saw the burst of life, and they let people or worked with people as they crossed over back into the other world. You know, a lot of indigenous cultures, especially shamans, don't believe in there's just this world and death. You know, there's a famous Native American elder who quoted that there is no death, just a changing of the worlds. And I believe in that very strongly, especially with the work that I do, because it's when I'm working with a client, it's the spirit. I'm just a mediator. That's what a shaman is. It's a mediator between spirit and yourself. And you're responsible all the time to keep that person protected and yourself protected. That's why a lot of times you call in these archetypical forces to work with you. But these shamans were responsible for bringing balance. Balance to the earth, balance to the individual, balance to a marriage, the community, to the village. And I tell people, I said, you know, if Western medicine has its place, and you know, if you cut yourself, don't go see your shaman. You know, go see your doctor. With a doctor, he's looking at the level of the physical, so he's looking at the body. And so he's going to work and patch up at the place, the level of the body. And you have psychiatrists, and I'm not down any of these people. I mean, I think it's all appropriate at certain times, but from my training, I know this work at the level of the energetics, and you heard that a lot this evening from some people, is that works is much quicker. Because you sit and work at the level of the mind with a psychiatrist, because that's what they're there for. They're going to work at the level of the mind. Well, you're not going to get past. It's going to take a long time. And I know, because I've had people come to me who have been through psychiatrists for a long time, and we can do something in a few sessions and make major shifts in their lives. You know, some people come to me and what they're talking about, what they think is a problem, really has nothing to do with what's up. Because again, from my training is, I'm looking at that energy. I'm always looking for that charge. What's really going on? And sometimes it's a karmic or a lineage tie that we work to pull out. Okay. There's also soul retrieval work, and I don't know if any of you heard about soul retrieval. But that's when a part of our soul leaves. And now in quantum physics, they've proven that is actually a quantum piece of energy. And the shaman works from that place. That's why they can track back into time, because they work at that place of where there is no time. They work at that place where time loops back onto itself, where time is a wheel. And that's why now again, in quantum physics of recent, they said, yes, there is time that goes like that. But these shamans knew this for 30, 40,000 years. How did they know? I don't know. Obviously, Creator, blessed them with that information. Shamans tracking the energy and that thread and looking for where did it happen? What's showing up for you right now could have been when you're young. It could have been from another lifetime. It could have been, they're going back all the way back to the original root cause, not just putting a Band-Aid on what's going on right now. You got to nip it at the root and pull it out from there. So that's where the shaman always works from.